guys, MikeMoneyGMR here, and I'm here with Dark Cloud. And if you remember right, I was in Queens a while ago, and I was talking to people and I was like, actually, well, I wasn't really. Maybe you won't believe it, but my boss's faithful goes to Exeter every week. Anyway, that's not important. But what is important is I was gonna say, remember how we were here in Queens, and I was talking about this house here and how I put all this together, and all that. And in the last episode, all I did was some side crap, going through dungeons and all that. I just want to talk to this guy real quick. I want to see if he says anything, No. Do you need some work, boy? My car needs polishing, Okay, he doesn't say anything useful. I know that, I think if you keep talking to him, he will say something about Lady Shura, the character, But anyway, that's not important. What I was planning on doing today, since I didn't really give you a, plot progression video, and I know I should be doing that more, I decided that in today's episode, I'm going to try and take a big risk and show off the next level, because I defeated, I think, one of them while in my lost recording, so I gotta show these off because, ow, there's a ring in my ear. Anyway, there was one of the lower areas that we went to that totally wrecked us when we got there, and it's because of some enemies that I talked about in a comment. I didn't actually give their official name or anything because I didn't want to, because I wanted to kind of show you what they are to give you an idea of why I hate them. And because you guys asked, you said, what's your least favorite enemy? And in all, most of the enemies we've met so far, although annoying, they're not really my least favorite. There's enemies in the area that we're coming up to and in other places later on in the game that are way worse than some of the ones we've run into. I know Fextrus, he said that his enemy, he actually specified which enemies it was in each area, which I'm glad he didn't spoil anything. And at the same time, it's in this area there's an enemy that we will be seeing possibly on this floor. It should be, because they're more common once you get on the lower floors. And if by any chance we reach the boss in this episode, which we probably won't, because we're only on layer 10. Oh, that's right, because I had to escape because I had a problem happen during that recording. That's right. I think I had one of my people die, and I don't have any stand-in powder. So, yeah. There's the captain. I don't know if we've seen this guy yet. Pretty much the only reason why he's annoying is because he will, he can block your attacks for the most part. He'll also jump back a lot, so what you have to do is rush in and, fake him out, and make him jump back, and then run towards him. Oh, nice. God, that breaks your sword so fast. I know I should be using Lady Shura's character since she's good at taking out enemies from far, but I'm trying to get in some use with all my characters, so that's what I like to do in new areas. I should be able to take one more hit with it. There we go. And even though I did put a comment on your, I never got a response back on, trying the morning's episode of, I forget what game it was, but you guys were talking about the breaking of these weapons in this. Yes, I will admit, that is one thing that I tend to kind of hit this game on. I mean, it doesn't bother me that much because, hey, I played through the entire game before, so I know the mechanics of it and all that. But I can understand for new players how the whole game mechanics could be probably kind of hard, I guess, for lack of a better word, for new people. So, you know, don't be, you know, kicking yourself if you come into this game and you're hating it because of how often your weapon breaks. I mean, like, okay, one other thing I can mention that many people are going to hate. If your weapon breaks, which I've only had it happen to my starter weapon, it will break and disappear, remember that. And I think I told the story already, but if I remember right, I had a story where I had a weapon called a Sandbreaker, and my brother was playing the game, because I told him he could, you know, grind for levels for me. And so what he did is he came in and took one of my weapons. I forget what it was. I think it was the Bone Rapier or something. And what happened is I thought he was using my Sandbreaker to level it up, and he broke the weapon that he was using. And so I came in, called him a jerk, and hit him because I thought he broke my weapon, you know, that I really enjoyed. Because, of course, I was a kid at the time, so I was stupid. And you know how kids solve their problems with violence. And so he was like, what the hell, dude? Like, not really know what the hell, but, you know, basically like, why'd you hit me? I didn't do anything. And I was like, you broke the weapon that took me forever to find. And he's like, you mean the Bone Rapier? And I was like, oh, that's what you were using? And it was like so priceless because I seriously thought he was using the weapon that cause like the Sandbreaker is a very rare weapon to find at the very first level, you know, and I don't think we've even found something similar to it, you know, basically, you know. So the only thing I can say is this: don't overreact to any weapons that are gonna break, because if you do, you're gonna end up making a rash decision. That's exactly what I did. So yeah, it was kind of funny because afterwards, my brother was like, kind of like, man, I don't think I even want to play this anymore because you're gonna act like that, you know? It was so funny. I was like, felt so bad. Funny thing is, now that speaking of my brother, he doesn't actually play video games that much anymore, so it's kind of interesting to talk about him and how much he used to play video games all the time. I didn't see any water in this level, so I'm going to go ahead and heal up. Let's go to Lady Sheriff for a little bit. It won't hurt. Just a gun? Okay. As you can see, gunnies are pretty susceptible to ice with her elemental damage, you know, so that's good. But there is an enemy that we haven't seen yet. I don't know where he is. Maybe he was just on the last floor. Oh, that reminds me, you guys missed something else. I did have like a mini boss floor that I had to fight on that you lost in that episode too. I'm sorry about that, I just remembered. Thank you. I want to make sure I'm not wasting any repair powder. Okay, what's something else I can talk about instead of kind of reaching all over the frickin' place for content? Oh, I just remembered. So there was one other thing that I forgot to mention. You know the chests that appear around people's houses? There's actually a small chance that I missed out on some of them. Now you can do this too if you're following along, because especially if you did what I did, like to the T, you know, you're probably missing some chests. Because some of the gourds and other items that we found, you can only find them every so often, you know. Like on certain floors you're supposed to go out and you know, make sure that you look for the miracle chests, is what they're called. And if you don't, well, bad things happen, because then you end up not being able to you know, do anything. Okay, her weapon could easily use a diamond or anything like that. Okay. let's see. What is that this puts up again? Attack and speed, which is good. Oh good, it puts up everything that she needs. Okay, we'll put that on there. And what element did it say it needed, guys? It said, yeah, I got it, game, come on. Thunder and holy. Well, all we have is fire. Well, crap. What would an emerald do? It doesn't need that though. Okay, I'm gonna do something I usually don't do, which is to upgrade it, even though it doesn't have full items on it, but it really, you need to upgrade it as soon as possible, because you don't want to try to be, you know, using it when it doesn't get any ABS after that. Hold on, I think I'm gonna sneeze. False alarm. Alright, let's also repair this weapon. There we go. Okay, so let's check build up again, see if it, yeah, it still needs more of everything I just put on it. Oh well. Oh, what's this? Oh, cool! Okay, even though this is a really, really daring thing I'm going to be doing, I want to show off the back room of this area. I know, this is going to be intense. But since I got a flapping fish, I don't want it to die. You put it here. This guy appears. He's Derpy Fish. A young general appeared. And even though it's covering it, it says, trust the young master or ignore him. Trust the young master. What he does is he devours you, goes for a swim, and takes you to this back room here, and lets you out. Now, the problem is, I don't know what kind of enemies there are on these floors. I never know. I don't even think guides will tell you. And it looks like it's the choice today is mimics. Stop jumping, you little asshole. Eat this, please. Kita, say something. What's with those pretty eyes? You mean he only has one eye, dude? Don't lick me, stop! Oh. Let's change to Lady Shura. I need your help, girl. Without you, we're gonna die in here. But first, let's repair your weapon. There you go. You're all better now. That way you won't beep at me anymore. It looks like I found the mimic floor of this area, which is good, because that means we don't have to worry about real enemies. For the most part. And your attack hits a lot more often than Nikita's, so... The only problem is if I have a stupid pillar in my way, I can't tell where he is. That's why I hate this dungeon so much. Okay. Watch, every frickin' one of these is gonna be a frickin' mimic, and it's not gonna have a single ruby or diamond on this. Oh, real quick. If you find yourself needing a whole bunch of those, this would be the best place to do it, but the problem is you have to get lucky on the floor, because you don't want to be carrying a whole bunch of fish and ice with you, because then you have to have your items, you know, maxed out to do that. At least you get a ton of experience from these because they're stamina it up. Oh, oops. Say cheese. Anyway, sorry. Oh crap. I don't think I have any of the stuff it needs. This one needs holy. And this one needs wind. crud. This thing has such low attack, it'll take forever to kill these things. Ugh. What am I gonna do? I have to level it up, but I don't want to just level it up by itself because it gets like nothing. It's such a waste. Wait, what does everyone put up again? Magic? I almost said something funny there, but I decided not to. Well, you know what? It is technically not a waste. So I'm gonna put this on here, put my magic up. And yeah, sure, an anti-dragon and anti-plant, sure, whatever. And yeah, we'll call it on that. Okay, and upgrade. Because I don't want to waste all my stuff. I want to use at least just one item. Okay, so what does it need now? Still magic, okay. I know I could probably just check that after putting it on there, but you know, I like to check it afterwards. Okay, so let's come over here. Oh, real item box this time. Hey, and a topaz, alright, I love that. Okay, let's go over here. And by the way, your comment on bouncy, yeah, I guess she is kind of bouncy. I forgot to mention that in the last episodes. You know who you are who said that. An ice gem. Is it just one of those wasteful throwaway items? Yes. Dang it. I wish you could throw those on your weapon. I don't see why you can't. Anyway. Why is there just an empty room here? What a waste. But you know, lots of developers do that. You notice that? In most games nowadays, and even back then in some games, they just had empty rooms that had no purpose. It's kind of one of those funny little things. I'm saying that like in a depressed kind of way, like, yeah, you know, it's just something that happened in old games. Yeah, what are you gonna do? That's not what I mean by that at all, by the way. There we go. Does a lot more damage too, which is really nice. Real treasure chest, what do we got? An antidote amulet, sweet, I can sell that. Okay, what do we got? This one, a mimic, okay. By the way, I forget what it was, but I looked up also what most enemies will drop. I think that most of the time these guys just drop money, not really any special items. Like, you know those little mystery bags that drop from enemies sometimes, that hold items in them? Yeah, I forget what it is that mimics drop. But most of the enemies in the Divine Beast Cave, like the rock-based enemies, only drop rocks. So it's kind of funny. Anyway, let's drink up and continue. I'm gonna go ahead and use that on the way out of here for everybody, but for right now I'm just going ahead and collecting everything off this area first. This was also, like I said, this was also one of my plans, was to go into the back room of one of these areas. I know I already said that, but I want to confirm it again just to tell you, hey, this is something that you can also do in every dungeon. You know, you can go to the back room and look around. Now, I want to say that for the most part, not every floor, but in every dungeon there's going to be select floor that has this back door in it. I'm gonna, oh, that's what they drop, is Dran's feathers. Yes, that's right. I think it's always guaranteed that they drop a Dran's feather. Not like, you know what I mean, like if they drop an item at all, it's gonna be a Dran's feather, is what I'm trying to say. But what was I going on about? Oh, that's right. I am going to pull up my the guide I had last time just to kind of tell you, because I think the guy had on there which floors had back rooms. Because I think it is guaranteed. I don't think it's random. That's what I want to say, but I'm not 100% sure. I know that the rooms, though, like the map layout is randomly generated, I think, but not the dungeons, the backdoor dungeons. I don't think those are. Make sure I got the camera angle right, just in case it pops out on me. Okay. Okay. You couldn't have given me that earlier? I think that's the element I needed. Oh, and of course there's going to be a king mimic. I forget what it is they drop. But the cool thing is her power stops them. So, yeah. One more should do it. There we go. And you dropped 15 gold. Okay. Getting thirsty. And like I said, that was something we started whenever we first started playing this game. It's not something I started doing, you know. I think I said that already. Heal you up with the big bucks hammer. There you go. And last but not least, there you go. Oh, you even got hurt too. Wow. Way to be a team player. Okay, let's get out of here. How long has it been? Oh wow, it's already been 21 minutes. Well, technically, I know how you guys said that I'm not supposed to. You want me to avoid showing floors that have already had enemies that I've shown, you know, but, well, I'm only doing it because most of these enemies, we haven't seen, you know. We almost lost the sacks there. That would have sucked. By the way, what does the sax need? Attack, speed, and magic. Ice, wind, and holy. And huge amount of those things. Now, since diamonds are really rare, what's that? An opal? Okay, so the only thing I can say here, something that we used to do when we first played is we didn't really pay much attention to this. Like, we found out, we knew about it, but we made, like, whenever we were paying attention to this part here, we also would put in points for other things. That's why you probably see me doing that sometimes. Like, for example, I'm tempted to put a diamond on here, like I said before, only because it'll put 5 on each and every one of the things, right? Right, see, who does that? But the only reason why is because that'll make my sacks more of a universal killer, you know, like it'll kill every single monster easier. But the problem is, like, diamonds are one of the rarest things to find. I mean, whenever you get to like a point in the game where you can go to the back rooms all the time because, like, you know, you're freaking godlike in the game and you can massacre every single enemy that you come across. Yeah, in that case, you can go to the back room all the time and find diamonds like they're nothing. But for now, it's kind of hard. But you want to make sure that if you're going to use a diamond, that in the case of this, for example, you know, like, oh, with the diamond on, I'm going to get 5 of all of this, right? And in that case, it's going to put... Oh, no, you can't see how it's affecting it right now, because it hasn't been fully applied to it yet. But see how it's going to be applying 5 to whatever that top thing is, the anti-steal and the anti-mage. It's going to be putting 5 on there for us. So in that case, you know, you want to have that. And I know I'm going into too much detail for this when I should be finishing up the level and getting outside, but I want to make sure you guys understand, like, I know how when I first played this game I would have been wasting these things like crazy, like the diamonds and the opals, because I was like, oh, this is awesome, I'm like putting up everything at once, you know, let's throw that on there no matter, you know, only have like one left after that, which I highly recommend anyway, so let's just do that, and no turning back. Okay, and let's just look at this one more time, then I'll end the episode. See, that even cleared that completely out for us too, so that was a good call. Now all we need to do is find ice, wind, and holy stuff, attack, speed, and magic stuff, and then we'll be cleared to level this weapon up. But I guess off screen I'm going to go ahead and kill most of the enemies on here just for experience sake, and also if they drop anything, I'll let you know if they dropped anything good. So until then everyone, bye.